Chapter 2 is matter around us pure. This video deals with the outline of the chapter, and these individual topics will be covered in the following videos. Matter. As we described in our previous videos, matter is anything that occupies space and has mass. There are three main states of matter: solid, liquid, and gas. The characteristics of these states of matter have been described in the previous videos. Depending upon the types of particles present in matter, it can be of two types. First is pure substance. Pure substance is made up of single type of particles. These particles could be atoms or molecules. Another type of matter are mixture. So mixture is formed by two or more types of pure substances. So mixtures are formed by mixing two or more types of pure substances. Pure substances can be further classified into elements and compounds. Elements is the form of matter that cannot be broken further into more simpler substances. So that means elements are the simplest form of matter. Compounds are made up of two or more elements combined chemically in fixed proportion. So two or more elements combine in fixed proportion to form compounds. Mixtures are further classified as homogeneous and heterogeneous depending upon the composition of particles present inside them. So homogeneous mixtures have a uniform composition of particles, whereas heterogeneous mixtures have a non-uniform composition of particles. Homogeneous mixtures are further classified as solutions and alloys. Heterogeneous mixtures are classified as suspension and colloids. We'll be covering these topics in detail in the later videos. Now come back to elements. Elements are classified as metals, non-metals, and metalloids. Again, we'll be studying these topics in detail in the later videos. The next part of the chapter deals with various techniques that are used to separate various components of a mixture. The first one is filtration, next is evaporation, sublimation, decantation. Decantation is also known as separating funnel. Next is distillation, fractional distillation, centrifugation, chromatography, and crystallization. So all these techniques we'll be covering in detail in the next videos. Two more topics that are to be discussed in the chapter are: the first one is separating the components of air, separating the components of air. So as we know that air is a homogeneous mixture of various gases, and separating the components of air requires fractional distillation. So we'll be looking at this technique that is used to separate the components of air. Another topic that we'll be covering is a water treatment plant. So water treatment plant is used for the purification of waters from sewers and gutters. We will also be looking at some of the important questions that are asked from this chapter, and we'll be discussing their answers as well. Thank you for watching. I'll be back with more videos discussing these topics in detail.